Hi everyone, welcome to Beyond Decadent Planning with Erin. Today we are going to be cash stuffing for my bi-weekly pay of January 31st. If you didn't have a chance to watch my cash stuffing or cash planning video, please go back and check out that video. It goes through all of the explanation about how I do my budget and how I allocate money into each of my different envelopes. For those of you who are just joining us, I do use a zero-based cash budgeting system, and I have a look at all of my fixed income as well as my variable income and make sure to deduct any of my fixed expenses, and whatever's left over is my discretionary spending. On this sheet before you, I actually created this just to help myself keep better track of what's going into all of my different cash envelope binders. Excuse me, and then I have all my categories written down, and then whatever the highlight color is, that's what color my binder is. If it's white though, it is the black, my black wallet. Anything in my black wallet are items that I am using on a regular basis. So I'm my groceries, my gas, things like that. Anything in the blue are the more longer term things that I'm pulling from less frequently, so once a month or less. Anything in my purple binders, those are kind of events or special holidays. And then in my yellow are my long-term sinking funds, so things that ideally I'm putting aside until I need to use it for a specific purpose. Such as buying a half cow and putting it in my freezer to use to feed my family, or if I'm doing renovations or something like that. So something I'm likely spending once a year or less. For this week's pay or discretionary spending, I have $990. I have already counted all that out, so it is here in my cash tray, ready to be entered into my envelopes. So let's get started. So in my envelope, I'm backwards here. In my cash envelopes, in my wallet are things like entertainment. So my entertainment envelope is going to be getting $20. Erin spending, I have some change in here, so I am going to go ahead. So I try not to use any of my change throughout the week, and I put it in this handy little tray right here and roll it up. And any of the money that I roll up, I'm just keeping a hold of, and then eventually I'm going to turn it into bills and put it into a savings, probably my emergency fund. Just to make sure that I'm adding more money to that on a regular basis. This column right here, I actually keep track of how much money I have in my binders. I'm not so worried about the ones in my wallet because like I said, I keep those with me, but more the colored ones, I keep those in a safe. And so having this in my planner with how much money is in them allows me to know how much I can spend. So rather than having to go and pull it out of my safe on a regular basis, I'm able to just open up my planner, which I typically have with me anyways. And then I know what I can spend. I'm putting $125 into my gas. This is because my husband and I both have vehicles, and so we have each, whatever money goes in here needs to be split between the two of us. So one of us will typically have $75 and the other one will have $50. So whoever's doing the more driving will get the higher amount, and whoever's doing the least driving that 2 weeks will get, I'm so sorry. Apparently I'm tired. I should do this at the beginning of the day, not the end of the day. Anyway, so that needs to last us for 2 weeks. My groceries is $500, but I did decide, because again, this is a 2-week period, it's actually $250 for each week. So that's why I have them in different denominations. So that is in my groceries. Households is getting $25. That envelope is for items such as laundry soap or regular soap, dish detergent, all of that kind of stuff. Things that my whole household are going to be using. Restaurants is getting $100, and I think those are $250s. I'm going to be going out of town this week with my boys, so wanted to have some smaller bills for dining out for our road trip. And that is my binder, or my wallet that I carry with me. For those of you who are wondering where I got this wallet, I actually got it from the Aesthetic Dollar. I will try and remember to post a link to it. It's the Poppy wallet. Love it. And then there's also, I bought the, or I got for Christmas, the flyleaf that's in here. So my change purse, which reminds me, I think I forgot to empty out the change. Yes, I did. So my little bucket is getting pretty big. I started to do some coin rolling on the weekend and only got a little bit further. So I'm going to try and finish that out this week. And then I will let you guys know during my next cash video how much I actually saved in change and over the last couple of months, so that you'll know how much I'm going to be putting in my, oh my goodness, I lost my train of thought again. How much is going in my emergency fund. We're going to start with my purple binder. So I think I show this. I got to remember my husband, I gave him $20 last week, and but he never actually took it. So he's getting another 10. So he'll actually have $30 to spend. Anniversary is getting nothing. And so there is $70 in there. Birthday parties are getting 5. So that brings us to 50, 100, 25. I also made these, again, out of Excel, nothing fancy, just to keep track so I can easily look rather than counting the money in the envelope to see how much is in the envelope. So it helps when I'm cash planning. Canada Day is getting nothing, so there is $80 in there. Christmas is getting nothing, and there's $10 in there. Easter has 100, and it's getting 5. So 105. And Halloween is not getting anything, so it just has $50. That is it for my purple binder. now we're going to look at my blue binder. So Beauty is getting 5. It was, I'm supposed to be getting my hair cut in a little bit, so I need to ramp that one up next time. So I have to get $70 in there before my next hair appointment, which I think is in March. So I've got a little bit of time, but only a couple pays. So I was supposed to put $25 in there, but just didn't have that in our budget this week. So Beauty is 30. Clothing is not getting anything, so that's staying at 60. Content is also not getting anything, and that's at 70. Costco is 0, and that's because we went to Costco this week and spent, oops, I use my janky white. I need to get a better whiteout. I don't know if you see this, but someone cut that piece off, and I don't know who it was. So anyways, we just need a, oh no, I did the wrong one. Shoot, how much was an Easter? This is why it's handy to have this. So there's 105 in there. Now we are going to try and oh, that kind of works. Okay, this one has 0. It's not the prettiest, but that's okay. Okay, next we are doing gifts, $0, so 95 in there. Medical is getting 50 to bring us to 95. School is getting 0. There's 155. Kids, sports is getting 100. And I need a new one of these. So I think I gave it 100. So 220. We have a lot of events coming up this weekend for sports, and so wanted to make sure I had enough money in that one. Subscriptions is getting 25, so that will be 130. So 105. 20, 30. Okay. So, and then finally, I have my yellow binder. And as you can see, I just have 5s left. So only a couple things happening in here. So car maintenance is getting $5. So that brings us to 105. Emergency is also getting $5. That brings us to 350, 55. And that is it. I'm just going to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 55. Furniture is getting nothing, and it's at 140. Half cow is at 225. Half pig is at 225. Renovations is at 100. Vacation is at 625. There we go. And those are all of my envelopes. So I'm just going to add up how much I have in here. Okay, so we've got 3,880. Yeah, there we go. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that video. I definitely enjoy doing cash stuffing. It makes my life so much easier knowing that I have money put aside for specific purposes. And one of the things about this too is, like, if an emergency did ever happen, no, I am not at the amount I need to be, but I've got $355. And so that is way further ahead than I would have been if I would have to be using credit cards to pay for something. But like, let's say my car breaks down. So I've got 105 in there, but along with my emergency, that's 460 plus. Yes, I'm saving for a vacation, but it's not a necessity. And so I have the cash in all of this just in case I need to. Same, I could pull from my half cow or my half pig, because again, those aren't necessities. Those are things that I'd like to have. It will make my life easier having all of that food in my freezer, but they're not things I need to get right now. I can still save for it. The important thing with me is that I have money readily available if something were to happen and I need some cash. So that's really what this provides to me, is a lot of peace of mind. And yeah, it makes it easier for a family to do things that we want to do. Not have to stay home and eat craft dinner all the time, because that's where we were at one point in our lives. Even though my husband and I both make good salaries, we had so much money going to different debts that we just couldn't afford to do nice things with our kids. And so we're finally at a point now where we're able to put money away for specific things. Our debt is mostly paid off. We only have a few minor things that we're still needing to pay off. And that's going to be one of the things that we start to save for. It's actually built into my monthly fixed income. So I have a specific amount of money that I put away each month onto my mortgage and my line of credit. And then I also have my credit card. So I plan for those in my monthly planning videos. And yeah, not too bad. Actually, and now that I'm looking at this, so I'm at the end of January. I did do a no spend, and I think I made that happen. I did not buy anything I didn't have to. I did not do the extra payment on my line of credit. So that's something that I definitely need to think about trying to do for next month. And did I save $150 for sports throughout the month? So I don't actually know. So let's have a look and see what I did. So January 3rd, I put $20. And January 17th, I did $30, so that's $50. And January, so I did it. I did the $150. So wow, so that's a huge accomplishment. So I can say that I saved $150 for sports. So that is fantastic. Awesome. And I don't know if you've had a chance to see my monthly video for February, but so my goals for February are I need to save another $200 for sports, which is going to be a hard one to do. We have a tournament coming up in March, so I want to make sure that I have enough for hotels. I want to save $200 for furniture. Again, that's going to be a tough one, mainly because we want to buy a stand-up freezer. And then I want to try and eat out only twice this month. So what I will probably do is if we manage to do that, any extra money I have, I think I can put in one of these two goals. So those are my goals. I don't know if they're going to happen. I'm going to do everything possible to make that happen. But so thankful that planning and budgeting has come into my life, because I actually have a shot at doing some of the things that I want to do, which is pretty exciting. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. I enjoy making them. So if you did, please hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. And as always, comments are welcome. Thanks so much. Have a great day.